Hello, St. Charles School. This is Father Josh. I'm coming to you from the Holy Land. We've made it here safely without any real problems or hiccups along the way, and so it's just been a great trip so far. We made it here safely yesterday. Of course, we fell asleep right away, and then we've had a full first day, and so I thought I'd share with you some of our first day here in the Holy Land. So we arrived here and we went straight to Tiberias. Tiberias is where we're spending our first few nights. It's a city just north of Jerusalem, and so it's our first stop, if you will. We took a little bus trip to Mount Carmel after having an amazing, really good breakfast. So much food here when there's a meal here. It was amazing. So we had a really good breakfast, and then we went straight from here to Mount Carmel. Perhaps you know the story of the prophet Elijah. In the first book of Kings, the prophet Elijah is actually known to have called upon God's power to light a fire to prove that God hears our prayers. The one God, as opposed to the many gods. You might be familiar with in the Old Testament, there was a lot of people who believed in many different gods. But Elijah, the prophet Elijah, is known for intervening and calling upon the one true God. Elijah is really one of the greatest prophets in all of Christianity, but also within Judaism and Islam. So it's worth noting that this story of the prophet Elijah is a rather popular one. And so it happened here at the Mount Carmel. And so while we were here, we also visited a monastery dedicated to our Blessed Mother called Stella Maris. And it is where the Carmelite religious order began. So the Carmelites are a religious order of people who have dedicated their lives to prayer, and to prayer in a particular way, contemplative prayer with the Lord. And so they started here, right here at the top of Mount Carmel. And they exist throughout the world as well. So we had Mass here at Stella Maris Chapel, and then from there we left and we went to a town called Caesarea. Caesarea is a place, it used to be the capital of the Roman province here in near the Holy Land, and it was where King Herod would have existed at a certain point. It is where there was a lot of economic stability and a lot of thriving. It was a thriving time for the Roman rule here. And so it was here, actually, in this town, that St. Paul was actually imprisoned for 2 years. So we did see some ruins of a place where St. Paul was imprisoned. We also took some time to sit inside of a Roman theater where we read some scripture and actually learned and heard firsthand of where Caesarea was mentioned in the Acts of the Apostles, and it's within the story of Saint Paul, and but also of Peter and his encounters with Cornelius, where he encounters Cornelius and miraculously shows us some of God's power. So it was really beautiful time to be able to pray and to see some of these things. We've had a great first full day, and so I look forward to sharing more with you as this journey continues. And just know of my prayers for you. I was pretty excited because at the end of once we started our trip, I came across one of the couples in our group, and that is this couple here. They are the grandparents of Haley Schmidt in 4th grade, and so we made a connection right away that their granddaughter Haley goes to St. Charles School, and so we've been thinking of you, Haley, and just know of our prayers for all of you, especially for all of you at St. Charles School, as we continue through this journey to the Holy Land. God bless you all.